Adventures with JB, with it being America's 250-year-old birthday today. We're going to go somewhere special. Two places, actually. Stay tuned. Lewis and Clark Point Adventures with JB. Make sure you like and subscribe. This is a map that shows where everything is as far as Kansas River meets the Missouri River. Call Point Park, historic Lewis and Clark site. So as we walk along this path here, this is all the indigenous First Nation tribes that are in this area. For the different tribes. This is actually what I am. It's Wyandotte, which you see it says Wyandotte, but Wyandotte were Iroquois people from the Great Lakes area. Huron is really what Wyandotte came from. Homeland of the Kansa Indians. As early as 1600, the Kansa or Kaw Indians migrated from their home east of the Mississippi River and up the Missouri River to what is now northeastern Kansas. In the 1700s, Kansas occupied two villages west banks of the Missouri, one on Independence Creek, now present-day Donovan County, and the other one near present Fort Leavenworth. Early in the 1800s, the Kansa lived off the Kansas River Valley. Two treaties, one in 1825 and the other one in 1846. The 1600 Kansa were relocated to reservations near Council Grove. 1873, for whom the state named and removed Kansas to the Indian Territory, now Oklahoma. By 2003, the Kansa members numbered 2,647 headquarters in Kaw City, Oklahoma. And the Kaw Nation provides members with social, educational, culture, health care benefits under the governance, of the Kaw Executive Council. And then however you pronounce that, in Memorial Heritage Park, 3.5 miles south of Council Grove, which marks its last home in Kansas. June 26, Tuesday, 1804, passed a bad sandbar to where our tow rope broke twice. In the Great Extortion, we rode around it and came and camped in the point above the Kansas River. And this is where we are right now. This is what it would have looked like back then. So this is an artist's representation of what it would have looked like. And this shows the expedition, where they went once they got here in Kansas. They would have went up, you see. And Atchison would have been the first ever 4th of July ever celebrated in the state of Kansas. We determined to delay at this place. We determined to delay at this place 3 or 4 days to make observations and recruit the party. Captain William Clark, June 27th, 1804. On June 26, 1804, the U.S. Army expedition led by Captain Meriwether Lewis and William Clark stopped at the confluence of the Missouri and Kansas rivers. Men had been very busy 3 days preparing their damaged progu, however you say that, drying their supplies and observing the animals. Officers dealt with and disciplined a problem. One man received 50 lashings and another received 100 lashings, becoming drunk on duty. This was the first discipline problem since leaving St. Charles, Missouri, that led to a court martial, a series of firsts. As Lewis and Clark passed through here, they had a series of firsts. The expedition saw bison for the first time. Captain Lewis also observed and described Carolina parakeet, which is the first and only time during their journey. Yeah, and those are extinct. 1918. That's a long time ago. And here we are. This would have looked so much different back then. Couldn't even imagine how much this whole terrain has changed. Them trees right there most definitely would not have been there. So from the journal, this is where they would have been set up their base camp to repair all the stuff they had going on with the ship and everything else. Probably these overgrown weeds were about the same back then. But as far as this land, there's been so much flooding and everything. Guarantee it would have dropped off, washed away. This right here is a silhouette of Lewis and Clark that was made. But we're gonna go a little bit down here further. Something that I find interesting about this site is that they name a bunch of different plants and um, flowers and stuff that are native to Kansas. And last time I was here with my daughters. We actually seen a local band here doing a music video, and I noticed I seen a sign that said pawpaws. So for anybody that don't know what a pawpaw is, it's like it's a fruit, but it's tastes like between a banana and a mango. So I'm not for sure if this right here, this plant, is a pawpaw tree. I'm familiar with what they look like, because I'm going to show you. And this right here is a pawpaw tree. That's what pawpaws look like. There's another pawpaw tree. So apparently somebody is repopulating with pawpaws. 250 years of America. What's up? What's up? Adventures with JB. We are here in Atchison, Kansas. 250 years of America. So we got a treat for y'all today. Um, this right here is the first place ever west of the Mississippi that the 4th of July was celebrated. And here, once again, we are here in Atchison, Kansas. You see the river in the back. So this is like a reenactment out here in Atchison. They got everything set up, looking, camping like Hollywood has. Here, July 4th, 1804. And it took them 3 days to get here, I believe, from Kansas City, which would have been Kansas City now, but back then it was not.
Present. Oh! Fire in the hole! When I am shaking, then I
Respect the not.
we live here and night. We trust in God. Stand up, run! Captain. Ladies and gentlemen, what you just saw here, both on the fuel boats, showing colors, retiring the colors for the evening, and here we have this was a 15-star, 15-stripe flag. It's the only flag in our nation that had 15 stars and 15 stripes. The 15 stars and stripes were added for every state that was added to the Union at that time, and it got up to 15, and they realized if they kept going, it would be a pinstripe of a flag. So they reverted back to the stripes of being 13 to honor the original 13 colonies, and the stars kept building as we added states. And so now we have 50 states. So anyway, and the Star Spangled Banner hadn't been written yet. This flag is named the Star Spangled Banner, the 15-star, 15-stripe, because it was a flag that was flying over Fort McHenry when Francis Scott Key wrote the Star Spangled Banner, and that happened in 1815. It already happened earlier, but the Star Spangled Banner had been written at that time. So they sang a patriotic song. The song that they sang was Chester. So anyway, appreciate your attending. Feel free to.
Not this is the kitchen tent, and the next one's captain's tent. So that would have been where we, the Captain Clark or myself, or Captain Lewis or myself, slept, or we would stay on board on the boat, on keel boat. Okay.
Cool. It's nice. Came at the right day.
Yeah, we'll be here all day tomorrow.
All right. Thank you. Appreciate your time.
You're very welcome.
I'm enjoying this. Yeah, they're skiing. They got bananas.
That was deep. That's deep.
It is deep. That's the Missouri River.
Are those real?
This is what the boat would have looked like. Right here.
Those are real bananas.
This is exactly what their boat would have looked like. Lewis and Clark.
But we didn't learn about Lucy and Clark.
I went to the AC, I broke down. We had a few off the
First one I ever made.
so we had that. They said, don't let me see this because I don't want to tie off the ears. Oh my God. They got you now.
See what they got. It's all medicines and stuff and spices. This is Independence Creek. This is where Lewis and Clark would have been traveling through here. We just left from where they were at. This is in Atchison, Kansas.
It's dirty.
Yeah, it's a creek. Grand Village of the Kansas. And then you'll see right here. You can't actually get in, but this is what they would. This would have been the inside of that. I don't know how old this is, but